of a bitch. It ain't coming out.
Watch out. This one's a sneaky little prick. Hey, loner! Come over here. We need some help.
Something's not right.
Don't scare this beast off.
Something's not right. I know you're here somewhere. I need to reload. Something's not right. What do you do? Don't work this on the premises.
To what do I owe the pleasure? Every critter here requires a unique approach. Some have a great sense of smell, others acute hearing, and some just have this gut feeling you can't explain. You gotta develop that sixth sense on your own, I reckon. So long.
Looks like you made it and got the color, so you're good to go to Dvupalov. I've tagged the location of his hideout for you. You should be able to get there just fine. If he asks you for a password, just say the leash.
Is there anything else I need to know?
Colors aside, Dvupalov's only been working on one project lately. Vodka. Making it and drinking it. If he offers you a drink, don't turn it down, or you won't get any business done. But don't try to outdrink him either, or you might find yourself beyond medical help.
What do I want?
The leash.
Come on in, and don't drag your feet.
All right. Let's sample the goods. Let's have one. And then we can talk about what, where, and how much. Here's to the start of our partnership.
Skip the vodka. I want to talk about the controller project. Your name's on the staff list.
You too? Was it that, Shill, Schmook, Sherpa, whatever his name is? Did he send you? He's a real pain in the ass. Bought a bottle of vodka and didn't even touch it. As for my biggest project, it's right here in this glass. Bottoms up, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. To science, to partnership, to whatever floats your boat.
Here's to science. Making things better. Not worse.
Not even a flinch, huh? That sort of bravado isn't gonna impress me. When you're drinking, you've gotta put your heart into it. So, where are we? How about another one?
I'm not interested in vodka.
A man with no interest in vodka is a man with no interest in life itself. What motivates him then? How can you trust him? And most importantly, why share a drink with him? Look, how about those colors? Leave them out next time. The shop's closed. What's the point of stocking up on colors if I don't have a leash? It was a promising project, sure. But it's time to bid it farewell. Bottoms up, S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
What project are you talking about?
I told ya, Project Leash. The Mutant Control Project. They cooked up all sorts of freaks, then tried to make gadgets to boss them around and zap them remotely if things get out of hand. As you know, they fucked up the later parts. When the project got shelved, those colored mutants were supposed to die peacefully in their cages. Not run amok in the zones, poking stalkers. So much for a promising project. But I suppose promises are made to be broken. How about a drink to that stalker?
Let's have another one. Sure.
To abstract thinking. If man is the measure of all things, then the measure of a man is 3 shots of this magic vodka. So go ahead, ask your questions while I'm feeling charitable.
How do you destroy phantoms and defeat someone who can create induced illusions?
Seen double, eh? You probably just had some bad vodka. Try some of mine. It's good for more than just keeping radiation at bay.
When I saw the man who created those phantoms, I was stone cold sober.
And I was stone cold sober when I saw evidence that it was impossible. But who am I to forbid you from living in a world of illusions? If you're really so eager, drag your ass to X5. That's where the whole 3-ring circus used to be. Try to find a blueprint for the suppressor. It's out to help you. I'm all out of vodka anyway. Come on. I'll give you the key card for the lab. Seems like I gave the key card for X5 to Sherpa after all. That's why I hate teetotalers. The bastard must have caught me in a good mood. Anyway, if you want the suppressor, you need to talk to that boring grad student yourself. He's over in Nagropron, staying close to X5. And now for the 4th shot, the happiest of them all.
I ask you to vacate the premises. I'm occupying it and there's nothing here to take.
Calm down, Sherba. Vupalov sent me.
Is the professor doing okay? He didn't succumb to intoxication from that poison of his, did he? Its alcohol by volume is nearing pure ethanol, not to mention the anomalous component. What a fall from grace. A great scientist resorting to making vodka.
Tell me about Vupalov. So he's a great scientist?
Professor Dvupalov is a brilliant mind hailing from the Project X era, the mastermind behind the Controller project. He used to bring science to new heights. Now the only thing he can bring is a glass toward his lips. He's disenchanted with his life's work, you see? Nothing ever changes. If only the professor had taken a moment to peruse my notes instead of selling vodka.
Dvupalov sent me to get the key card for X5. I'm looking for the Phantom Suppressor.
It took Dvupalov a whole 6 months just to remember my name while I served him food every day. And now he tells you about the card right away? Did you drink with him or something?
It's tough to avoid having a drink with him.
That stuff is pure poison. All right, I'll give you the card. It's too risky for me in there anyway. But you've got to promise me that you'll search X5 for any papers related to the Controller project and bring them back to me.
Since I'm headed to X5, tell me about the lab.
Until recently, no one even knew it existed. The research there was classified, and the lab had been mothballed for quite some time. Then Duty did some cleanup with heavy explosives there, and found hidden levels beneath Agriprom. I used certain informal channels to reach out to the professor. That's how I found out it was an old mutant research lab. I can't even begin to fathom what's going on in there right now.
Hand me that key card, and I'll see what I can do about your papers.
All right. It's not like I've got much of a choice. But keep those papers in mind, Stalker. You'll need to head all the way down, but if you're willing to do the job, I'll make it worth your while. I'll go check on the professor in the meantime. Seems like every time I look away, he's got a new drinking buddy.
Any documents in the control room should be off limits to lab assistance. Last week, someone took the suppressor manually yet again, jeopardizing a scheduled experiment. This is not the first case of negligent handling of crucial Project X documentation. This matter needs to be addressed at once.
I've seen Skiff in action. He's a formidable adversary, so give it your all. Once we're through with him, you can have whatever you want. All I'm after is Korshinov's badge.
Can't you just move on? When are you going to let it go, huh? I was worried. Haven't you been following the news? The zone's going to hell. All news has been the same since the Garden of Eden.
The Stalker, he's back. Those papers I mentioned, do you have them?
Where are your manners, young man? You won't even offer a man a shit and pour him a cold one?
Here. I don't want to be anywhere near these things.
This is... Yes! This is it! At last!
There's nothing exciting in there anyhow. I've told you before, young man, if even my own work can end in failure.
Faust wasn't exactly a failure, in a way. Haven't you heard? He tapped into the X network, brought the monolith back, and caused a bloodbath all over the zone.
So he's your project? The abilities you incorporate?
Shut up! I knew I was right all along. So that bunch of old farts in pots haven't given up on my research. Hooking him up to the monolith was a stroke of genius.
Thanks for those papers. They're a treasure worth all the years I spent at Malachite. We'll stay in touch. I've got grand plans for the future.
And I told them that the only way to create a true controller is to preserve his capacity to think, to feel, and make decisions. Sure, right now the choices he's making don't align with what the Ward, the NDST, or anyone else had in mind. But I did succeed.
Who is Faust now? What have you turned him into?
We granted him the abilities of a controller mutant. But I'm convinced that Faust has retained his humanity. See, there's no more Project X, no C consciousness, no MDST to protect. He wasn't being directed by a program. He initiated this of his own free will. I believe the monolith became an idea to him. Give a man an idea he can grasp, and he'll do much more than he would ever do cursed. I've always said that it works better than any leash.
I found the suppressor. Can you install it?
All right. I almost forgot the reason you're here. All the work I did. It's all become meaningless. You're going to kill Faust.
A lot of people died because of him.
Were they good people? Well, then find other good people to install the suppressor. I'm not a technician. You're as much of a fool as I am if you think you can set things right. The controller project was abandoned, and yet Faust endures. Monolith disappeared, and now it has returned. Go ahead and kill Faust, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. It won't change a thing. You'll see. Quit bugging me, you mopio.
Now that the treaty's been broken, I'm swamped with orders. Doesn't leave much room for creativity. You've got some tech to fix? Well, let's see it. Will your item remain the same when I'm finished with it, or will it undergo a complete transformation?
Come in. How's Ska's request going? Is there a way to deal with the phantoms of our mad monolith preacher?
I've got the suppressor. It should shield me from Faust's influence.
Good news for once. Can't say the same about the rest. Faust is gonna turn everyone in the zone into fanatics. And the worst is that he's got a pretty good chance. But we have a plan. Head over to the Duga. I'll tell you all about it.
Shit!
We're circle round from the northwest. They might be good at stealth, but my men are even better.
Okay, keep your heads down until the stalker does his thing. S.T.A.L.K's counting on you.
Look at us! We're having a blast! As long as Faust is surrounded by phantoms, we can't get to him. And the fact that he has a small army and the most powerful brain scorcher in the zone is not making it easier.
Oh yeah, you guys sure know how to throw a party.
We didn't plan this when we turned on the Lesser Dugas, but we can't let Faust turn the zone into zombie land. The zone bows to no one. This is gonna be a real mess. The Monolithians aren't creative, but they're stubborn as hell. I can't wait to get rolling. But if you need time to gear up, this is your last chance. If you're ready, I'll brief you on the plan, and off we go.
I was born ready. I live for this stuff.
Let's get down to business. You see the Dugas? We can't storm it head on. Faust and that sea radiation will fry our brains before we even get close. But we haven't been sitting around, and we've got blueprints from the underground utilities. Turns out, there's a sewer line running from the firehouse straight to the Dugas. It's a quiet way in, and the patrols won't see us. You gotta get to the transformer room and shut down the Dugas. Once you're done, we'll take care of the Monolithians while you take on Faust. Any questions?
I've got my part sorted. What's your plan?
We've got all our friends gathered. Did you see anyone on your way here? That's the point. Today, the Monolith is gonna find out how many folks are really with S.T.A.L.K.E.R. But why ruin the surprise? You're the last piece of the puzzle. Once you get down there, my unit commanders will go about their business. The Monolithians have us outmanned and outgunned. But if we can distract and divide them, their brute force won't count for much.
Any guards patrolling the substation?
Our teams report that Monolithians don't give a damn about the transformer room. Plus, we've got a couple tricks to keep them occupied while you're there. As for the ward, after the hit they took, they won't be coming anywhere near the Dugas again. They got the memo.
I'll shut down the Dugas, and I'll deal with Faust.
Attaboy! Now get into the tunnel before new Monolithian patrols show up. The signal is patchy down below, so make sure to get to the radio room. That's our first communication point. That's the gist of it. We'll figure out the rest as we go. March, Mugwort, China. Get to your squads and take positions. Let's roll.